What's up, guys? I'm Nate. I put the hat over the headphones this time, and it is still Holly Jolly season. A couple months ago, exactly 2 months ago, I posted a video on Halloween characters, ranking them on how confident I am that I could beat them up. I figured, what better way to celebrate Christmas than to do the same thing with Christmas characters? These Holly Jolly bastards, I want to see how many of them I think I can beat up. So I got about 30 characters here from different holiday movies that I'm familiar with, and I'm going to rank them in order from most likely to beat up to least likely. You got catching these ho-ho hands, probably beating up, could go either way, probably beating me up, I won't be home for Christmas. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump into it. First off, I'd like to actually set a rule right now. This is 2 people in a boxing match. Last time I was mad confusing. I was putting myself in scenarios when I should have just been like, it's a boxing match, we're fist fighting. That's it. And this is what this is. All these people, boxing match, fist fight, that's all it is. First up, we got Kevin Mcallister. I'm probably beating him up. He's a wiry son of a bitch, and if I gave him time to prepare, he'd probably murder me, because he's insane. But we're in a boxing match, and he's 12. I'm beating him up. Simple. The Abominable Snowman. I won't be home for Christmas. This guy, let's see here. This guy's 10 to 20 feet tall. Yeah, nah, he's ripping me a new one. Plus, he's got all that fur, protective layers. He's probably jacked because he has to hunt his food. And he has probably the brain of like a very smart monkey. So, I think he's ripping me a new one. The guy from Die Hard. Obviously, he's beating me up. It's a grown man who literally saves an entire building of people from a group of terrorists. He's going to kill me. He's going to beat the crap out of me. Cindy Lou Who. She's catching these ho-ho hands. I don't know why. There's something against the actress. I just don't like her. And she's a little girl. I can beat the crap out of her. That's it. That's really it. That's really all it is. Clark Griswold. I'm probably beating him up. He's a little bit pathetic. He's kind of crazy, but he's a little bit pathetic. He is a grown man, but he's a little bit pathetic. Let me say it again. I think he's a little bit pathetic. I think I could beat him up. Polar Express guy. I won't be home for Christmas. This dude. Okay. Let me just say. The way he clips those tickets shows me that he has very fast hands. I mean, those aren't slow. I mean, come on. Are those slow? Genuinely asking, are my hands, is that slow? I'm not going to do it again. I just got shot. My arm is killing me. But that's not slow. Come on. That's not slow. He's just a lot faster. And he controls an entire train. He knows what's up. He knows how to control the field. He's beating me up. Ebenezer Scrooge. Selfish old guy. And I'm supposed to forgive him just because he had a few bad dreams? No. He's catching these ho-ho hands. This is like if Jeff Bezos was old as crap, and then one day he was just like, you know what? I'm gonna start treating my employees right now. It's like, yeah, that's great, but I still kind of want to punch you. Just based off the way he laughs, I want to punch him. Like, he laughs like he's going to destroy New York. The elf foreman from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He's probably beating me up. I'm not even gonna lie. He's commanding. He knows what he wants. And I just wouldn't want to skip elf practice in front of him. I just couldn't. He's tiny. Yeah, that's a disadvantage. But that could mean he's wiry. I mean, these 2 kids, they're tiny, but they're probably not wiry. This guy, he spent his whole life trapped in that body. He's at least in his late 40s. So he knows how to best adjust his body to his scenario. So I think he'd beat me up. Elf. It could go either way. This man has spent his whole life doing free labor for a fat guy. Don't think about it too hard. It's a little messed up, but don't think about it. He probably has strong hands. He's probably more built than you think he is under that stupid, goofy uniform. There's also the fact that he can throw snowballs very, very fast. So that also shows that he has a strong arm. With all that being said, he's soft. He's a soft little bitch boy. I mean, if I hit him, I feel like he'd start to cry. So, while he is probably strong as hell, he's also a soft little bitch boy. So that's why I think it could go either way. Frosty the Snowman. He's catching these ho-ho hands. There's something about him that's just weird. And he may be strong, he may be tough, but he's still snow. If he tries to, squeeze me, strangle me, eventually his arms are going to melt because of my natural body heat. I can literally bite him and take a chunk out of his arm. I could get a clean slice in or kick his leg out, and literally his leg will just go away. And he's not like Sandman, where that shit is, coming back. I like the way that feels in my head. It's not like that thing's coming back and reforming. No, that snow's all scattered across there. And now he's toppled over. And if he falls over, chances are all that sand's going to explode. This hat makes my head itchy. Wild. So yeah, I think he's catching these ho-ho ants. I also think because he is a grown snowman, I also think he's a little predatorial. That's just me. The Ghost of Christmas Present? No, Ghost of Christmas Past. Probably beating me up. Again, he's tiny, but he's, as you can see, I went off the Disney Christmas Carol, the one with Jim Carrey. He's a little ball of fire, and he's probably immortal. And in the other versions, he's a ghost, or she is a ghost. I can't beat a ghost because I can't touch a ghost. If I punch through it, it's just going to make my arm cold, or it's going to feel like I'm punching through wet air, like a cloud. And then he can just be like, I don't know, what do ghosts do? Possess me and just like beat me up from the inside? You know what I mean. Come on, don't do that. I just don't think I have that great of a chance. Honestly, I think I won't be home for Christmas. The Ghost of Christmas Present. It's literally just the Grim Reaper. I really don't have to explain myself. The Grinch. I'm probably beating up the Grinch. The Grinch is tall, the Grinch is lengthy, and he's sneaky, but he's also super lazy and fat and out of shape. That's just a middle-aged man at that point. That's just a middle-aged suburban white man who's divorced and lost custody. But he still has his really nice Ford Explorer that he sold for a Dodge Charger. That's what the Grinch is to me, and I could beat him up. Harry from Home Alone. I think he's probably beaten me up. He was raised on the mean streets of Chicago. He's a crook. He was in prison twice. I think he could beat me up. Dentist boy. I'm beating the crap out of him. You work. Technically, he's a slave. I'm not going to lie. So maybe becoming a dentist is good. But you work in probably the happiest place on earth, and you want to touch people's teeth. You know how gross people's mouths are? It is so gross. I can't imagine digging into someone's mouth, knowing that they don't brush or floss, and having to smell what is about to come out there. Digging at those cavities, cutting up them gums that are inflamed just to get to the teeth. Yeah. Taking out those root canals. I gotta stop talking about it. It's making my teeth hurt. This kid is not worth it. I don't even want to fight him because he's not worth my time. He's pathetic. I don't even want to fight him. Like, he's not even that cool. Like, I don't even want to fight him because he's such a bitch. But I will if I have to, and I'll beat the crap out of him. I swear to God. He's catching these ho-ho hands. I swear to God. On God. Like, no cap and gown. Marv. I think that could go either way. I think if anything that you've shown through the Home Alone movies, you've shown that he is one tough SOB. He took, I think, 4 bricks to the head, and he didn't die. That alone shows me that he is a tough cookie. I mean, I think knocking him out is borderline impossible. This is a fight to the death. It's whoever dies first. Unfortunately for him, I cannot be killed. It's just a fact. Don't try and kill me, please. No, like, for real. You could kill me. No, I think it could go either way. He's a grown man with a hefty body. I don't know about that. The hot chocolate guys. I don't know why I put them in here, but they're beating me up. There's 4 guys in that picture, not counting the conductor. This is the only picture I can find that was clear of them. 4 guys against 1 guy. Obviously, they're all white, so that's automatically a hate crime. So, I kind of win? Kind of? Not really? I could call racism and win, but that's besides the point. They are beating the crap out of me still. Like, I'm still gonna get my absolute shit rocked. Jack Frost, he's freezing my balls off and taking them to his cave. There's no chance that I beat this guy. He almost beat Santa. Never mind me. Look at me. I am a kid in a room. I'm 19. I'm a legal adult. I'm a legal adult in a room in a Santa hat that's super itchy with headphones. I don't stand a chance against that guy. The 3 kids from Polar Express, though, I do stand a chance against. I could probably take them all. In the Halloween video, I brought up let's just say, a hypothetical question about beating up 9-year-olds in a gymnasium. These are 9-year-olds. I take that little kid, I swing him at the white kid, and then, I'd probably throw him at the black girl, honestly, because I wouldn't feel comfortable punching her, for obvious reasons. And then this white kid, I'm just, oh God, this chair, just keep hitting this desk. But you saw these hands, they're fast, they're faster than a 9-year-old. At the very least, you could say that. These kids are getting that work. I'm sorry. Krampus, I'm not coming home for Christmas. Are you kidding me? This is anti-Santa. Like, Santa's already powerful enough, but he chooses to be good. This guy snatches kids and stuffs them in his bag. Look at him. He has horns, long fingers. You can't even see his whole shtick. He's not... It's basically like fighting the Grim Reaper, except the Grim Reaper just has to touch me and I die. This dude... he grabs me by my head and just stuffs me in his bag, and then he just... I don't stand a chance. Mrs. Claus, she's catching these ho-ho hands. I don't know why. She's just an old lady. She doesn't have the powers of Santa. She's immortal, sure. But, she's just an old lady who's immortal. I can beat up an immortal old lady. Bring me one right now, and I would beat them up. It's not that hard. Come on. This kid, he's probably beating me up. I don't need to explain myself. Pigeon lady. I won't be home for Christmas. Yeah, we're in a boxing ring and we're boxing. But it is quite obvious that she has a special bond with these pigeons. And she can just go something like that. Some Avatar type beat. And summon the pigeons like Katara summons water. And then I'm just bird food. So yeah, she's obviously beating me up. This kid, what's his name? Starts with an R. Whatever. I'm probably beating him up. He's pretty much just Kevin Mcallister. He's a 9-year-old boy. I'm beating him up. Regular reindeer, I won't be home for Christmas. They got horns. They're huge. They're taller than me. They stampede me. I'm done. But Rudolph, he's catching these ho-ho hands. Rudolph is a little bitch. Rudolph is a sensitive little bitch boy. I get it. You save Christmas. That's cool. You're probably the most famous reindeer. Too bad no one can use you because you're copyrighted. That's another thing. You're the only reindeer that's copyrighted. Every other reindeer can be used, fair use. Comet, Blitzen, Donner, whatever the hell. But not Rudolph. The bougie bastard needs to be paid for. Up yours, buddy. Oh my God. If I see Rudolph in these streets, I'm kicking his ass. Santa, I won't be home for Christmas. Like I said when I went over Krampus, Santa is super powerful and he uses it for good. This dude can fit down any chimney in the world. He has a bag that has no bottom. He is immortal. He's hefty. He somehow eats a bunch of cookies and drinks a ton of milk. You know how strong his bones probably are from all that milk? You know how strong his stomach is? The fact that he's not throwing up? That man probably drinks 1,000 gallons of milk. Maybe just in the United States alone, he drinks 1,000 gallons of milk. Probably more. So if he chooses to fight me, I stand no chance. It's just, he sees me, he can see, I guarantee you, he sees me when I'm sleeping, he knows when I'm awake, he knows when I've been bad or good, so I better be good for goodness sake, or I finna catch these hands, and I don't want any of that. He can keep it, he's got it. Him and Krampus definitely got it. What's his name? Scott Clark from the Santa Claus, before he became Santa. I think I could beat him up, honestly. He's a lazy office drone. Yeah, he's rich. He doesn't care about his kid that much. He's boring as hell. He's divorced. He's literally the Grinch. He's literally the Grinch. That's crazy. I literally described him earlier, and I could beat him up, probably. Who's this guy? Shovel Guy? He's definitely beating... He's... not definitely, but he's probably beating me up. Especially if he's got his trusty shovel, I don't stand a chance. But at the end of the day, he's still a frail old man, and I could beat up a frail old man easily. It's not even a challenge. Look at Mrs. Claus for further explanation. I don't need to explain myself. Ghost of Christmas Present. Yeah, he's destroying me. Look at him. He's a giant. I think he's taller than the Abominable Snowman. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's jolly. He's friendly. He's covered in gold. But, like, if he wants to fight me, all he has to do is step on my little black balls, and and I'm done. I'm gonna skip this kid, put him last, and this guy, I forget his name. Let me just look this up real quick. Bitch ass Rudolph. And Rudolph is the only reindeer with a whole ass movie named after him. He's just such a pompous ass. Yukon Cornelius. If you look at pictures of this guy, he has a pickaxe, a knife, and a revolver. He is strapped to the teeth. There is absolutely no way I'm beating this guy. He works in lumber, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. I mean, you don't have a pickaxe and all this stuff if you work, in an office. Maybe you do. I don't know your life. This guy's destroying me. I don't stand a chance. But then we get to bitch ass Tiny Tim. And I don't mean to, be a asshole, but like, this kid has tuberculosis, rickets, malnutrition, cerebral palsy, spinal dysrhythm, and renal tubular acidosis. This kid is a walking emergency room. You really think this kid who probably lives in the ICU is beating me up? You think this kid with his little crutch has a chance? I don't mean to be rude. And yeah, I'll go easy on him, but the most I gotta do is push him over. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Like, Tiny Tim is catching these hands respectfully. And I will give my winnings to his family respectfully. And I will not beat him down like I would, say, Cindy Lou Who or Rudolph. Oh, why did I put him in I Won't Be Home for Christmas? He's catching these ho-ho hands. What am I doing? Come on now. I apologize if that offends you. But at the end of the day, it's facts. Like this isn't a tier list of me being nice. This is a tier list of me being honest. Tiny Tim would not beat me in a fight. I'm sorry. It's just a fact. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up this tier list. Check it out. Let's see. See, honestly, I'm honestly surprised because I have more people in the beating me up category in this tier list than I do in my Halloween tier list. If we look. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, share it with a friend. I hope you guys have happy holidays, whether that's Christmas, Kwanzaa. By the time this video comes out, I think Hanukkah will have already passed, but I hope you enjoyed it, I guess. That's it. Bye.